Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Graveyard Keeper. We start by doing some renovations to the morgue, so we can store some extra bodies and do some research to allow us to smelt some more ore. And of course, we have to start our quest to find more flyers, of course, which involves getting paper from Batwings' skin, which we also need to research. Next, we upgrade our anvil in the yard from a wooden to an iron one. Finding the right placement for things in this game does take a while. We take Heragic's advice and go into the swamp to find some iron ore for our newly acquired iron anvil. After all that, we go have some sleep. As we do a lot of these early hours of the game. As we wake up, however, we are woken up to an intruder. He's a refugee from the nearby town and wants us to help him with their new town on our plot of land just up above the graveyard. We agree and accompany him to the new settlement to agree to terms and start building a new village. Next, we start our smelting journey, getting the furnace started and some iron ingots on the go. We then get cornered by Jerry, who says there is a weird creature in the library basement and that we, no matter what, can let him out. We'll need to go investigate that as soon as possible, I can tell you that right now. We finally go speak to Snake and ask him what he wants in exchange for a stamp for the meat and a key we know he has to the library under the church. He doesn't like us at all and asks us for 5 faith for his detention. We're then cornered by the donkey who thinks we are now a capitalist and he doesn't like us anymore. Animal Farm references go hard in this one. But he wants us to pay him for his services for bringing us our corpses, which is fair enough. After we go, we deal with the new bodies the donkey has delivered. We find that one of them is wriggling and moving. We freak the fuck out, as we should, but after freaking out for a bit, the body speaks and we meet our new friend who says he knew the old keeper and wants to separate his soul into pieces and repair it. Okay, well, we'll try, but I'm not sure how. We do some keeper's work, looking after our graveyard, making sure it's nice and pretty. We're also starting to make sure that everything's made of stone rather than wood, which increases the likelihood of us getting a better score. As you can see there, I've made some new gravestones. Next, we make preparations for making the flyers that Bishop needs. Sorry, the Cardinal needs. So some new benches and some rearranging of the new area downstairs underneath the church. We speak to Heragic about the farm near our home and how we can use it, as well as sell our normal stuff to him to make money. He tells us that some aristocrat owns the farm, but doesn't use it, but might be willing to let us use it for a price. So we get preparing to the crops, making sure the soil is tilled and find out how to get seeds, and how to go about finding this aristocrat to ask him if we can use the land. We're about to go to sleep when we are woken up by the blacksmith, who tells us that I have to come with him immediately to the dead horse. We ask him if we're under arrest and he tells us no, but we better come along anyway. The meeting is about a vampire problem that Heragic has discovered and the town wants fixed. Gaiogal. After a lengthy chat with the village, which each person has their own ideas about how to deal with the vampire problem, Heragic asks us if we can just deal with it for a small fee. Of course we agree, and we move on. Well, apparently the donkey is now on strike till we pay him in carrots. Well, we better get this farm going soon, otherwise we're going to run out of bodies. After we talk to the donkey, we head our way to bed, but as we are making our way back to bed, we are accosted by some kind of vampire-killing ninja. He thinks that we're the vampire, and after some explaining, we tell him that we're not. After a not-so-restful sleep, we decide to go and plant some of the carrot seeds that we found in the donkey's poop earlier. we harvest the carrots a day or so later, making sure that we have enough to feed the donkey to get more bodies. The donkey is happy that we've given him more carrots, but now he wants oil for his wheels. God, this is a damn demanding donkey. We make some bread quickly for us to help with our energy deficit, and then go and buy the oil for the donkey's wheels. Whatever you need, my equine friend. We check on the farm quickly, planting a new array of crops, and then go and talk to the donkey again. He's created some kind of lobbying group, I guess, mainly made of animals, but he wants us to join. Okay, again, whatever you need, my equine friend. Lastly, he's asking us again if we want to join, but this time wants us to make things for his group. Mainly things that the other members need to overthrow their masters. Well, okay, I guess I can help you with that. And finally we have paper. White, crisp bleach paper made from skin. We do some quick metalworking on our anvil, doing some hinges and some nails and some other things that we needed around the workstations. And burn our first body. You have to burn the bodies regularly as you get further on, especially when you can't change the different properties of the bodies to make sure that your graveyard stays at a high level. Quickly do some graveyard stuff, and then go down and refill our little buddy's carrot box. Make sure that those bodies keep flowing from town. We do, of course, the main thing the graveyard keeper does, and make sure we've got plenty of materials and meat and other things. We then do our next harvest, getting a vast array of different vegetables this time. And finally do our first sermon. We can now do sermons which will give us faith, which we need to talk to Snake. So, with our little followers piling in, we say stuff like, our church is great, our church is good, let us pray for... I couldn't think of a rhyme. And that's it. The sermons work and are very important. You have to do a lot of them. Make sure you do one every 7 days in game. Next, we decide to do some work underground. These blockades have been getting in my way and it's getting hard to move around underground. So, let's remove a few. And we'll remove this one too, so it's easier to go from the morgue to the library. Lastly, we decide to make another smelter as our smelting journey has only just begun and we need a lot of iron. Burn another couple of bodies, just to make sure, and then go and tell the bishop that we finally made it to level 10 in our graveyard. We're actually level 25, but don't tell him that. We do another quick sermon, and burn another couple of bodies. We finally find the aristocrat in town. He's not sure if the plot of land can actually grow any crops, and he wants some hiccup grass from the swamp. After talking to the aristocrat, we go down and talk to Snake. Given the 5 faith we finally have, not that it matters, he gives us the key, but he still hates us. And has no idea how to use the key. So that's another thing. We finally go into the maze that is this swamp, get some hiccup grass, and continue our way into the swamp. After a lengthy journey, we finally make it to Clotho. She is a witch in the middle, and is also going to help us with potion making. She's going to help us make potions, but at first we have to do a few things for her, obviously. We do one last quick sermon, and finally turn in for the night, after a long, long journey. Thank you again for watching Graveyard Keeper, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next. Bye!